So, good evening. We are back again. A little bit earlier than usual. Appreciate you, Jez. I know you didn't see the text. Big up Kenny for the call.
I didn't get. Oh, I got it, but I just didn't get a ping. You know, it normally goes ping. Sorry for my
well, you're here, mate. You're here. Appreciate it. I think Matty's going to join us as well. But worst ways, it's just us three for now. But yeah, man, listen, we're top of the league. Liverpool dropped points yesterday. Advantage Arsenal. Just got to keep on winning every game. And we've got the Germans tomorrow. They've got Neuer, Sane, Kingsley Coman, Pelovic, I think his name is, and Mazzari all back in training today. So we could be in a bit of problems. It's not going to be as easy as a lot of people think. We're going to talk about that. They also put a banner up at the weekend in their stadium, or the ground they were in, saying F UEFA, we're coming to London. So yeah, there's going to be a load of Germans en masse, on probably as we speak, landing in England ready for the game. But listen, Kenny, you're going to be there, mate. I bet you're buzzing, aren't you?
I'm definitely buzzing, but one thing is that we're so close to the challenge to winning the title that you know my feelings. I want the title more than anything else. And that's no disrespect for the Champions League or to Bayern Munich or anything, but it really, really affected me last season when we didn't win the title. I'm not saying what people think I'm going to say, but right now, I'll be absolutely gutted if we won't win the title. I'm not saying Champions League isn't important. I know for our, like I said, our prestige and for us to be a elite club, we got in the Champions League. One thing about it is that Bayern are going to be dangerous because they have got, basically, this is it. Tuchel knows he's leaving. Harry Kane hasn't won club honours in his life. Bayern Munich have to win that trophy every season. They're going to be doubly up for this. This is what the minute they lost to Leverkusen, the league was done anyway. So, as far as they're concerned, it's all about the Champions League. So, can't write anyone off. For me, my attitude is, league, you're the best. You're the best. No one can dispute that. No one can talk about VAR. You've got 38 games. And over that 30 games, you've got to prove you're the best. We're so close. I want the league more than anything else.
I agree, mate. I agree. Jez, we're going to be sitting there. Well, I'm going bald, and you are bald. Whatever hair follicles you have left, mate, might be dropping out tomorrow night. We're going to have kittens watching that, aren't we, mate?
Yeah, blimey. Yeah, I mean, yesterday afternoon was brilliant. I prayed it was going to stay at 2-1, but unfortunately not. But yeah, I mean, I'm nervous already for it. I won't lie. I tend to do sort of side a little bit with Kenny's view, but I've never seen us win a Champions League. You know, we're pretty crap in Europe. Let's put it right. So I'd love to see it, but I want to see us win the league as well. Call that greedy? Yeah, okay, I'm greedy. Personally, I think we're in better flight to win the Premier League because I think the squad right now is firing so well in the Premier League. Liverpool had a little banana skin yesterday, which has given us a little bit of a boost. We just got to keep winning those 7 games, Lee. But yeah, I'm looking forward to the game tomorrow night. I am nervous already, as I say. It's a big game, and yeah, the Germans will be there. Don't you worry about that. They'll be there.
Yeah, listen, smash these likes up. Pinned comment is the lads' socials. So it's Jez's channel, Matty's channel, and Kenny's Insta. Big up Static for doing that as well. But before we go back to the Arsenal game, let's talk about this Liverpool game yesterday. Because at half time, I'm sitting there thinking, blimmin' hell, man. This team, they've had no shots on target, Man United, to 15. I'm thinking this is going to be a massacre. It was only 1-0, but it was only 1-0 when they ended up losing 7-0 at half time previously. But what a turnaround from United. I mean, what an absolute cock-up from Quansah. And Bruno just slapped it straight in. Yeah. Always rated Bruno, by the way. Always rated. I knew he'd turn up in a big game. He actually played all right defensively as well. And then Kobe Mino, what a goal. As soon as he got that ball, I thought, go on, mate, just spin and hit that. What a goal. And then an iffy penalty, because I don't think that was a penalty. I don't know what you guys thought, but it's on the balance of play. Liverpool should have slapped them. But football don't work like that. And this is why I've said Liverpool will not win the league this season. Said it many, many times because they're not clinical enough. You know, they don't put teams away when they're on top. We're putting teams away when we're on top. Yeah, Man City normally put teams away when they're on top. They weren't scintillating or great at the weekend, scored 4. They weren't great against Villa, scored 4. You know, when we weren't amazing against Brighton, yeah, we were good, we weren't amazing, scored 3. Yeah, and I think this is the difference between us and City and Liverpool right now. But I don't know what you guys think. Like, obviously, we were sitting there doing a prayer along, and it was the first prayer along I've done, and it worked.
You know what? I'm of the volition. It's all right. I was no Man United supporter. I only support Arsenal. It didn't bother me either way what was going on, because I still think that you have to win your games. You really got to win your games. That as much as you want snookers, if you do your work like we did, and by the way, we were brilliant. We're going to get to that. You know, then you'd have to worry about what the opposition does. One thing I will say about Man United, it was theft. It was theft. Those points, that point, it was theft. They absolutely had no midfield of any description, and I mean any description. Liverpool just running random. But again, Salah forcing his shots. I don't know why he doesn't relax. I mean, come on, you scored 207 goals for Liverpool. Surely, with your experience, the fact you're a prolific finisher, you should be putting those chances away. And then you've got a situation with Darwin Núñez works his nuts off. But again, when Liverpool were on the sort of the counter attack, they always outnumbered Man United on the counter attack. And for some reason, the wrong pass. They made the wrong pass. What's going on there? How can you break a team down consistently and make the wrong decisions? I mean, Diaz, God bless his soul, he got his goal, but you know, they're going to rue those 2 games against Man United. The fact that at Anfield they create a lot of chances, and at Old Trafford they create a lot of chances, and they've only got 2 points out of possible 6. That in itself could be critical for their title running. One thing I would say about Mainu, his finish did surprise me, because he did something similar against Wolves at Molineux. So, you know, a lot of people were saying that he's overhyped and that they think that, you know, Harvey Elliott should have been promoted instead of him. Well, there's so many players in the England squad like Harvey Elliott, yet we haven't got someone like Mainu who could be that player, because sometimes players mature. But saying that, I am not going to write off Liverpool or Man City, because, you know, you're completely correct. Man City at the weekend weren't playing that great, but they were very clinical. We were clinical. And one thing about Liverpool as well, you know, the only difference between Liverpool and the rest is they keep on playing open, attacking football, which basically is beautiful to watch. But they're always going to concede, and sometimes you're not always going to ride your luck. I mean, Liverpool played like that against Sheffield United. They played like that against Brighton. Same way of playing, same kind of mistakes where they gave away, silly goals. The goal against Sheffield was a deflection of Bradley. The goal against Brighton, mistake where they give away possession. Same things happened yesterday. Gave away possession, and then they became nervous. But that's how Liverpool are going to play. If Liverpool are going to win this league, it's not going to be by conventional means. Saying that, I am going to say that if I was Man City, or I'll be waiting for Arsenal and obviously Liverpool, but mainly Arsenal to drop points, because Man City fixtures, I'm sorry, are easy. Sorry, Man City fans, to put pressure on you, but there is no way you're losing to Fulham away. You're not losing to Brighton. You're beating Luton, and I think you'll beat Tottenham. I think Man City will win all their games. So the onus is on Arsenal to, don't blink, don't celebrate too much, get to work. And if it means concentrating the league above the Champions League, go for it.
What about you, Jez? How did you see that game yesterday, that Liverpool game?
Well, I mean, when they went,
did you think it was a penalty? Sorry to cut you off. Did you think that was a penalty?
No.
Me?
I didn't think that was a penalty.
I thought it was a penalty. First time I saw it, I thought it was a penalty. And then because the simple reason is that if you dive in like that, referees, Jez, you're a referee, so you're more experienced than I'll ever be. You'll have more knowledge than me. But the minute Wan-Bissaka dived in, the minute he did touch the ball, but the follow through, when it's all in one motion, the minute he made contact, or people say Elliott made contact to him, that's irrelevant. That's going to be a penalty. If he stood up, then you've got a chance. But when you dive in, as far as I'm concerned, you're going for the ball.
Yeah, good point. Personally, I thought it was a bit soft myself. Yeah, I mean, I wasn't overly convinced with it, Kenny, to be honest, when I saw it. And I've watched the replay a couple of times. I'm thinking, nah, not really sure about that, to be honest. But that's football. That's, it happens. And they walk out of there as a point. I was gutted at that, though, because I was really hoping, nothing against Liverpool, but I was hoping they were going to get the 3 points. It's irrelevant to Man United now. But, yeah, I mean, onwards and upwards, mate. That's all I can say about it, is that we're now prime position. Please, Arteta, don't do anything stupid with the team. Don't play Zinchenko at left back. Go back to Kiwior or Tomiyasu. If he starts messing about now, then I don't know what to do. I'll be so gutted, because I really, really, really want to, 20 odd years. It's the longest I've ever known. Well, it is the longest we've ever gone without a bleeding Premiership or League Division 1 title. So, yeah, I'm going to be gutted, man, if he starts messing about with that team. Tomorrow night, it's a massive game. We've talked about it. But that Liverpool game, annoyed Man United. You had your chance. Second half, you came out, different team. You were taking them apart. And I was sitting there on my own watching that. And I'm going, Man United are going to score in a minute. And fair enough, big cock up, great goal. I thought it was brilliant from inside the centre circle. I thought, wow, you can't mess about with that one. And then they went 2-1 up. And I'm thinking, yes. And then the penalty. Not convinced, mate. Not convinced. But it is what it is. Two banana skins against Liverpool have had against Man United. So, that could be the dagger that killed their season. But
they've only won one game against the top 6 teams, not this season's top 6, but the general top 6, and that was to Chelsea. We beat them at the Emirates and drew away. They've drawn with Man City, and I think they maybe drew both games against Man City. I think they did. Yeah, they drew both. Yeah, they've drawn with Liverpool, with Man United twice. Yeah, and they lost to Chelsea. I'll get my words out in a minute. Lost to Tottenham with some dodgy VAR decision. Yeah, and they've still got to play Tottenham again. And it's mad because Man City have only won one game against the top 6 as well, and that was against Man United. So it just goes to show that you don't have to win all these games against just top 6 teams. Yeah, you have to be clinical over a whole season, because we've won against Liverpool, we've won against Man United, we've won against City, we've drawn against Tottenham, we've drawn against Chelsea, we've drawn against City, and we've drawn against Liverpool. We haven't lost a Big 6 game.
Being those Big 6 games doesn't necessarily win you the league. What it does, it gives you kind of it gives you the mindset to believe that you can win a big game. So if it got to a situation that towards the end of the season, you play those kind of 6-pointers, then you think, you know what, I don't feel intimidated. That's what I call those kind of games. It's basically those, in inverted commas, those teams shouldn't intimidate me, or those teams don't intimidate me no more games. And I think that's what it was. The mindset in the last couple of years with Arsenal, coming back from not qualifying for the Champions League in 2022, was winning, making sure we do better against the top 6. Let's face it, 2022, lost to Spurs at White Lane, lost to Man City home and away, lost to Liverpool home and away, beat Man United at the Emirates, lost them at Old Trafford. So that kind of, and obviously Chelsea, beat them at the Bridge, lost to them at home. So those kind of results, that was all about the mindset in order to get us into that kind of, maybe tautology, but mindset to say, you know what, we now know we're a serious team. Because I think beating those teams consistently gives you the confidence to actually build teams and build challenges for big competitions like the Premier League. And I think that's what he's done the last 2 seasons.
Mm. Yeah, mate, listen, we're looking really solid right now. We've conceded 4 goals this calendar year in the league. In what, 11 games? We've scored 38 goals in that 11 games. I know we had some big results. We had the 5-0, the 6-0s, and mate, that was some of the best football we've seen at this club since what, 20 odd years ago. Yeah, when we had this team behind us.
It all helps. It was all, built up the goal difference. Without those, there's no goal difference.
That's what I was going to say. Like, we've seen some great blitzing performances this season, which has put us 11 goal difference ahead of Man City and 9 ahead of Liverpool. And I do think goal difference may come down to it, because Man City, I think that they could potentially go on and win all their games. I don't see it. Tottenham is going to be a difficult one. They always struggle against Tottenham for some weird reason. But
they beat him in the cup. They beat him in the FA Cup. When at the Lane. Well, I still call it the Lane out of habit. But let's just one thing. Tottenham's biggest Achilles heel is corners. You put a corner right in the mixer on Vicario, he always struggles.
Mate, yes, even yesterday against Forest, he was doing Supermans and everything. It's like, bro, just catch the ball. There's no one here. Every time a cross comes in, he's iffy on crosses. You're right. But I do think they could potentially win all their games, Man City, which is why we've just got to keep winning. And even like when I look at our fixtures, we've got Aston Villa coming this weekend. But obviously we've got Bayern Munich. We'll come to that a little bit later. But I'm looking at Aston Villa. I'm thinking that's a potential banana skin. Like, we're at home. We have to win. Yeah, no Douglas Luiz. He got a second. He got his 10th booking of the season in the 98th minute. Fuming, gutted. But they're a weird team, Villa. Yeah, sometimes maybe good, sometimes maybe shit. Let's hope that we slap them at the weekend, and then after that, we've got Bayern again, and then after that, we've then got Wolves away. That is not an easy game, and that is a late kickoff on a Saturday. That's 7:30 kickoff. What a random time to kick off a football match on a Saturday night.
No, it's the FA Cup semi-finals because of the FA Cup semi-final. Because I think the BBC or ITV, I don't know, I think it's the BBC. They're scheduling their semi-final for, I think, 4 o'clock or 4:30 on a Saturday, because the games, if it goes into extra time, then the game potentially could finish about 7 o'clock, 6. So that's why they're pushing for Sky to basically said, right, you wait your turn. We don't want to clash with the showpiece FA Cup game. Could be on. I don't know which game it is, because I don't know if it's Man United playing Coventry or Chelsea playing Man City. I know on one of those days. I know it's the ITV, but they don't want to clash.
Yes, that's what it's come down to these days, isn't it? It's all about TV now. But I'm looking at our fixtures and I'm thinking, like, next 3 league games, we've got Aston Villa, then we've got Wolves away. In fact, I'll carry on after that, next 4. Then Chelsea at home, and then Tottenham away. I'm sitting there thinking, if we're still top after Tottenham away, we've then got Bournemouth, Man United away, and Everton. And hopefully we'll have a Champions League semi-final sandwiched in there somewhere. It is proper squeaky bum time. And do you know what? It's actually nice that we're sat here, because we're seen as the negative, toxic channel. Right? And it's funny because I don't see anyone clipping me up or us up when we're happy.
Doesn't make headlines.
No, I don't. I put a video out yesterday. Last night I put a video out on here saying, "Yo, let's go. Let's go. It's all in our hands now. It's all in our hands. It actually is all in our hands, because if we win every game, we're champions.
Yep.
And that's all we've got to be thinking of. And when I look at our team, nobody gets a shot against us. And if they do, like, it's a P roller. Other than the Brighton one, and Cisco had a decent effort. I don't remember Brighton's other shot on target. I genuinely do not remember it. They had 2. I don't remember the second one. But nobody's getting shots. Man City had 1 in each game against us on target. Liverpool had 1 at the Emirates. So I'm thinking we've got to deal with Bayern first, but I'm thinking we'll do Aston Villa. And
I think we'll do Aston Villa.
I think we should beat.
The momentum's there, but the fact is that the pressure's going to be on, because despite what you say about Liverpool and the fact they're wasteful, they're playing Crystal Palace at 2 o'clock kickoff on Sunday. At Anfield. Now, one thing you'll know, they may concede, but the cop suck the ball in the net 2 or 3 times. And then so they win the game. So they're 3 points ahead. That means the pressure's on, against against Aston Villa, who have got all their players back with the exception of Louise. They've got McGinn back. Bailey played at the weekend, and
Watkins is a threat.
Well, Watkins scored 2 goals, albeit snatching a draw against Brentford at home.
Yeah, it's a bit of a mad one. The thing is, we could be second by the time we play against Villa, because Man City play 3 o'clock against Luton at the Etihad. So you'd imagine that they're going to slap another 3 or 4 goals and close the goal difference again.
Oh, so they've scored 6 or 7.
It wouldn't surprise me, mate, the way Luton play. So we've then got the pressure on us. We've then got to beat Villa, and then that puts the pressure on Liverpool again, because now they're third, and we've both won our games again. And they've got Palace. And listen, they were lucky against Palace. I know it's at Anfield. They were very lucky against Palace earlier in the season. I watched that game. Yeah. And Harvey Elliott scored. He came off the bench. I remember doing the watch song. I sat there. I was like, oh, they're saved. Harvey Elliott's coming on. Yeah, like joking. Yeah, and then he scored a decent effort. But it's like, I don't know, man. This is... And then after that, the following weekend, Tottenham play Man City. No, that's been postponed. I'm lying.
That's just like the FA Cup semi-final.
Yeah, so they're in the semi-finals, so they ain't got a game in the league. And obviously, Liverpool play Fulham. Where's our game? We've then got Wolves. So again, we play before Liverpool again. Yeah, we play on the Saturday, they play on the Sunday. Man City don't have a game. Yeah, so then all of a sudden, Man City could be third. It's like, this is just going to keep going and going and going, man. This is going to be crazy. Yeah, and the pressure's cranking up by every game.
But how
mate, mentally strong now. That's what it's down to.
If you've got a good defence,
mate.
If you've got a good defence, and you know that you've got a goalkeeper that calms the defence down, you've got a defence that's is solid. I think psychologically you want to be in our camp than anywhere else, because as much as Man City's games are easy, anything could go wrong. Anything could go wrong, because I don't see clean sheets there from Man City. I really don't. And I haven't seen them. I'm not just saying I won't. Then they're not going to come. But up until they played, against Crystal Palace, with the exception of us, they got a clean sheet. But more so that we weren't as attacking as we would like at the Etihad. But apart from that, they do concede goals. They are making mistakes at the back, but they're thrashing teams because they can score goals. But the fact is, it doesn't do their goal difference any good if they're conceding goals, just like Liverpool's. But in terms of defence, that if we were to go to Tottenham and we set our mindset and say, you know what, we're only going to get a point and then get a 0-0, I think we'd be able to get that. I don't think Liverpool will be able to do that.
Yeah, and that's the thing. Big up to everyone locked in, nearly 600 in it. Get these likes up. Pinned comment is Jez's channel, Arsenal History and More, and Kenny's Instant, Kenny Ken 1972. Marlon said, would you go more defensive in these last 7 games? Bro, I don't think we need to. Like, real talk, nobody can get a shot against us. And that goalkeeper, I think the debate's done on that. Yeah, I think that's over. Nobody's talking about Ramsdale. Good. Yeah, because that goalkeeper's been brilliant. Yeah, when he has had to have a shot at him, or had to make a save, he's been very good. Yeah, the first couple of games, whatever. Yeah, he's been very good. Then you got them 2 centre backs. They're probably the best in Europe right now. Let's just be real with it. They are rock solid and they complement each other so well. And then right in front of them, you got Declan Rice. Yeah, and them four are quality, man. They're absolutely quality. And then when you've got the attacking players we've got going forward, we're always going to create and score. Yeah, and so far this calendar year, we have been clinical with most of the games we've been in. Yeah, we could have scored more against Brighton at the weekend. Yeah, we could have scored more against Brentford and other teams. But I don't worry about us not scoring. Whereas last season, not last season, but back end of last season, but the season before, we were sitting there going, well, where's the goals coming from? If Saka don't do anything, we're doomed. Whereas now, we've got goals all over the pitch, and them centre-backs can score off corners as well. So it's like, I'm looking at it thinking, we don't need to be defensive. we're already defensive, but we've got the balance so spot on so far. Yeah, and it's like we're that close to winning a title for the first time in 20 years, man. They don't cock it up. Do not cock it up.
That's what I'm saying, Lee. Sorry to break in. You know, don't chink up with the team. Yeah, he did it on the weekend, and our defence looked a little bit wobbly down that left side. I can't lie. You know, there was that one instance I talked to you about it on the fan cam or whatever. Zinchenko's in the midfield. He gets spun, right? He's the guy, the Brighton player, can't think who it was racing forward. Gabriel's had to come across to deal with it. Saliba's had to come into Gabriel. We're then exposed. If that guy had got the crossing, there was a Brighton player coming straight down on their left flank. Yeah, it causes panic. And the thing with Zinchenko, I don't disrespect the guy, but if you are going to go for a tackle, you get spun, make sure you tackle the player, because he didn't even get there. He was just a lot of people behind him. And I'm thinking, man, you just cocked up, get back. And that is what worries me about Zinchenko. Yeah, you know, yes, he helped us last season. Jesus helped us last season. But have we moved on from those players? I mean, it's a question, you know, has our team developed now to a higher benchmark that they are not stepping up to the plate? So I don't know. It's only a view I've got about it. But Arteta, don't mess about with the team. Just play the team that's proven.
You know, you brought up a really interesting point, because I mentioned it in a fan cam with Lee, because ironically, I was actually in Sussex because my brother was down there, and he was talking about getting tickets, but they were quoting exorbitant prices. And I said, stuff it, we can put our feet up and watch it at home, because I couldn't get one from the usual means. So I said, yeah, let's put my feet up, wait at home. You know, let's hear a bit of sea air, watch the game, thoroughly enjoyed it. But one of the things, when we were on the way back on the train, as you can see in the fan cam, there was a lot of noise, by the way. I apologise to the viewers, because there was these students just talking about absolute BS and nonsense.
Yeah, them two women in the background.
Yeah, no, there was a bloke with them as well. He might as well have been a woman himself, the way he was gossiping with them as well. But one of the things I did state was you buy when you're strong. So regardless of what happens this season, regardless if we finish second or third or top, which we desperately want and need, we still got to improve on these areas. Because Jez, you touched the nail on the head. You know, those two may have medals, but as far as I'm concerned, that has to be their last season at the football club, because we have to move away from the Man City axis. Zinchenko, left back, is an area where we've got to improve on. You know, you can't just say, oh, we've got Timber. No. Let's get an orthodox left back. Let Timber fight for his place, either at centre half or at right back. Let's get a proper left back in. Then if we look at up top, the question of whether we should get a striker or not, it's still going to be there, because as much as we're the highest goal scorers and we conceded less, the fact is we do need a striker, because you know, we want someone that, if our other players can't put the ball in the net, we want to guarantee goals, especially if we're going to try and do well in Europe this year and next year. So those are the two positions, and ironically, those are positions that are occupied by Zinchenko and Jesus. You know, it's nothing. They've given us all their all for 2 years. Move on. That's what Liverpool do. 2 in, 2 out. Nothing personal.
Yeah, mate, 100%.
Man United's great teams. You know, Alex Ferguson improved year on year on year on. If he saw a player that wasn't stepping up, see ya. Bye.
Yeah.
Sterling at Man City. Mahrez at Man City. Bye. Off you go. You know, and leave it at that. And that's what you do. You buy when you're strong, and you have to be self-critical when you're winning. I don't think one of Arsene Wenger's biggest mistakes, until not so much George, because George was ruthless when we did win things, but Arsene was too loyal to certain players, especially when it was coming towards the end. He didn't have that kind of ruthless edge to say, you know what, we've won, but these areas, teams are going to work us out next season. You know, why when you're strong? Arsene wasn't that kind of person.
No.
Yeah, 100%, 100%. And you're right about Zinchenko. Yeah, and this comment's perfect. Every time we play with him in the team, they know that's a weak point, so they go down that side every time. As soon as we brought Tommy Asu on, and Trossard on, they were trying to go down Ben White's side because they realised they ain't getting no joy over there. Yeah. And they didn't get any joy down Ben White's side either. He was brilliant at the weekend. He was so good, man. He's been awesome since about November. Yeah, he's been really, really good, man. But listen, we are going to move on to the Bayern game.
How's his throat? Espinho, because I heard that he needed to get a tracheotomy because he had breathing difficulties. You had to do an emergency tracheotomy at the end of the match.
Oh, that was funny, man. The way he went down was crazy. It was like Rivaldo against Turkey.
Hey, before you start, the man of the weekend has to be Serge Aurier. The man of the weekend.
Why you say that? I'm going to get a beer. Go on, mate.
Serge Aurier, Zinchenko once again talks about how he was going to, if he could, he was going to go and he'll go and fight for his country. Commendable, but Serge Aurier says, "Stop this cinema."
No, yeah,
stop this cinema. You know, if you're going to fight for your country, you just go there. Volunteers don't get called; they turn up. It works to that effect. And I just thought 1-0 Serge Aurier. Don't get me wrong, great respect for that situation, but I didn't see anyone, take Aurier, to task over that because I just think it's brilliant. In fact, let me just read it out because I've got it here somewhere.
Yeah, smash these likes up. Come on, there's 600 in here. You're getting prime viewing now. Prime viewership, guys. Come on.
And it's free.
Sorry. Oh,
exactly.
I'm going to try and be quick.
No, don't worry, man. It's good. It's all good.
What was it? Oh, sorry. Let's get back. Let me just get up. 2 seconds. Sorry, everyone.
That's right,
Serge Aurier.
Serge Aurier. Listen, he's a gooner as well. He's an Arsenal fan.
Pretty why you said it then.
Yeah. Shit footballer, but he's an Arsenal fan.
Fair play to him.
Yeah, he said, what did he say? Stop your cinema and go right there now to Ukraine. A real volunteer doesn't need anyone to call him up.
Good point.
Fact. Mate, he said in that interview, Zinchenko, that I've donated about £1 million to the war in Ukraine and blah blah blah. Yeah, number one, that's a tax write-off.
Yep.
Right. Number two, that's been going on for about 2 years now, so that equates to about 10 grand a week. Yeah, and you're taking nearly 200 grand a week. Like, it's not like you've done a miracle here. Yeah, fair enough. Listen, fair play. You've donated £1 million. Well done to you. But he's done multiple interviews. This guy saying, "I would go. I would do this. I would." Stop yapping, mate. Yeah, you can't even tackle a footballer properly. How are you going to be on your head above the parapet?
Yeah. Well, hang on it. Lomachenko and Usyk were out there. Where were you then? You had an off season. Where were you?
Yeah.
Why don't you go?
Yeah,
it always looks like he's too emotional to go war, mate. He's too emotional on a football pitch. Can you imagine him on the front line? Fucking hell.
He can't run very fast, so if he had to run towards the Russians, I can't see him winning that one.
Somebody put a comment in this chat saying he'd play as an inverted soldier and get done by a drone. This chat's funny, man. Yeah, mate. Every time I see his face, I just think I just look at him and I just think, like, even at the weekend, right? I said to you, Jez, when I was we did the fan cam, when DAZN finishes the game, because they filter it from whatever networks using like Sky Sports or TNT, they loop it from there, which is why it's about 20 seconds behind. But then when the game ends, they go on a load of adverts for 15 minutes. They don't do all the talking studio crap. They cut all that off.
Yeah.
Right? And then it'll just replay the whole game again. So you'll have the whole build up again, like with the players coming out and all this. I said to you, Jez, right? On the 3rd minute of that game, Brighton got a corner. And he's running around in the 18-yard box, telling him, "Come on, yeah, you get him." Yeah, he's clapping, "You get him," and he's pointing to Gabriel Saliba and everyone. "You mark him." So, bro, how about you mark your man?
Yeah.
Yeah, stop telling these lot what to do. They've kept clean sheets for fun. Yeah, how about you mark your man? Yeah, how about that? Yeah, bro, get him out, man. Hopefully he does go. And listen, as for Jesus, that guy's been shit for about a year since our second knee surgery. Yeah, and he came back about this time last year. and we folded, got rushed back into the team. Yeah, the fact that we have 29 now, yeah, in the goals, even without the goals, he's been playing well recently. Yeah, same with Declan Rice. Even when he doesn't score, he's been really good recently. So yeah, we do need an upgrade in a couple of areas, but we don't need to go out there and go and buy 10 players. We just need to go and buy 4 quality players. Yeah, and then 4 quality players then challenge the first team. And if they get in and play well, you keep your spot. Yeah, I mean, let's be real. We've got Champions League again next season. We've got Premier League again next season. Straight away, there's 40 games, 50 games. Yeah, there's 12 in the Champions League, maybe. There are 10 at least. There's 48 games straight away. That's without the cups.
Yeah.
So we're going to have about 60 games next season. So yeah, I don't want to see Saka playing 60 games straight. I want somebody to come in and compete with Saka. Yeah, I want somebody to come in, and compete for that striking spot or have that striking spot. We need a striker. Yeah, and somebody said to me on, I think it was Jules, the Spurs fan on Sage channel. He said, but if you get a striker in, you've done 65 million quid on 29. Where does he play? That bro is competition.
Exactly.
Yeah? Look at Man City's bench. They've had Grealish sat on the bench. They've had other players sat. Foden scored a hat-trick the other night and he was sat on the bench at the weekend. Didn't get a game. Imagine if Saka got a hat-trick and we benched him. Fucking hell, this fan base have kittens.
Yeah,
we need competition for these players because you can't... Listen, we're doing great. We're not knocking it, of course not. But at the same time, if we win this league this season, that is in spite of that bench. Yeah, because that bench... Yeah, not now, where he's rotated a few times, because the bench looks half-tidy at times. But that bench for most of the season up till Christmas was awful.
Shocking. Absolutely
awful. Yeah, a load of reserves on there that we've never heard of. Yeah, and Eddie Nketiah and Reece Nelson. I like Reece, Reece player, but bro, come on. Yeah, this manager does not trust Reece Nelson. That's why Saka keeps playing.
Well, he played against Luton Town, but I think the situation speaks for itself. I think what Arteta's done is that he's actually admitted he was wrong after Christmas, because look what he's done since then. Look at the tactics he's using, and look at the fact even from set pieces he's made changes, and the Eddie experiment is only taken him so far. And the most important thing, he's taken my guy Havertz out of the midfield. That's what he's done. Is takes him out of the midfield.
He played well on the right at the weekend. Second half, he was on the right wing, wasn't he? Played well, man.
Yeah, and I think that's how you got to do it. He's got to admit his mistakes, and because he wasn't admitting them last season, but that's what happens. Maybe that break in Dubai was brilliant. It was more probably for him than the players. Change things a bit. As we speak, the players are out in training, because I've got a little screen in front of me. It's no sound, so and 5 minutes before that, I have to report that I did see Neuer looking as fit as a fiddle.
Yeah, mate. I got a text message earlier.
Yeah, I actually saw him. I could see our players in training. They're at London Colony. Saka's looking sprightly. Who else is there? They're all there. Partey's there. Like I said, I used to liken Partey to the dead Elvis Presley, but he's actually alive and kicking, and you can see everyone's there. But with Bayern Munich, I saw Davies out there. I saw Sane looking fit as a fiddle. I saw Pavlovic looking as fit as a fiddle. But
Ola put it in the group chat earlier. Neuer's back, Koeman's back, Sane's back, Mazwari's back.
You didn't see Koeman. Neuer. Yeah, Neuer was out there and he was looking lean and mean.
Mate, that's what I'm saying. That Bayern game, and big up to everyone locked in, man. Smash the likes up. Follow Jez, follow Kenny. Links are pinned to the chat. Let me grab this super chat real quick and then we'll get on to Bayern. Big up to Unique, man. Love that, bro. Appreciate it, man. All we need to do is take one game at a time and not focus on 5 games down the line. Question panel. Hopefully, this will not happen, but if it does, where do you see we could potentially drop points? Spurs and United. Other than that, I see us pretty much winning every game. But hopefully, we have a chance to win the title at Old Trafford. That would be lovely. If we can go to Old Trafford and win the league, that would be mad, wouldn't it? Like, era's come to an end in that. Right. But yeah, I think maybe listen, Man United always do well against us, no matter how shit they're playing.
Yeah, it's history.
We done them this season. Garnacho's goal got ruled out, and then we went bang bang 2 goals. So yeah, same with Man United Liverpool normally. I think Ten Hag has only lost 1 game against Liverpool, and that was the 7-0. Yeah, other than that, he's always got a result against them. Yeah, it's mad. And they always turn up against us. So I think that game, Tottenham, if they play that high line, we'll slap them. Yeah, I don't care whether
that's exactly how they're going to play against us. That's exactly how Spurs are going to play. You can't play Ange without the high line because he won't be able to press teams. And Ange ball isn't submissive. It's all about forcing teams into mistakes in order to create attacking chances. He's not. You don't. Plus, he inverts like us. In fact, he inverts a bit more than us because Doggy is not an orthodox left back. He actually drops into midfield.
Yeah.
The only downside for Arsenal is that 62,000 fans. They will. If you think Man United were determined to stop Liverpool from winning the league, well, these guys are going to be determined to stop us, and they're actually a better team at all levels than Man United.
That's their trophy this season, man.
It is their trophy. And the thing about it, they're going to be bloody motivated for it as well. Trust me, this North London derby, and you know what, one thing I would say, if they had Harry Kane up front, I think we might lose. Thank God Harry Kane.
We could also stop them getting top 4, though.
Yeah, true.
Which would be funny. But then if we get to the Champions League final, I think if us or City or both get...
No, it's not. 5th place would be good enough. 5th place is maybe good enough. And if we get to the Champions League final, 5th place would be brilliant for them, for English football.
Yeah, but I don't think they can get 5th now, though, can they? I don't think they can get 5th now.
5th place is a big maybe. You may.
Yeah, I think Germany and the Italian league have got it, haven't they, right now? But then it depends on what Aston Villa do. It depends on what we do. West Ham, Liverpool, Man City. Yeah. If we will get through the next round, I think 5th is a thing for English football. So,
well, Liverpool will beat Atalanta. If West Ham beat Leverkusen, they're on.
Yeah, and if we beat Bayern, Man City beat Real Madrid, all of a sudden, like Spurs don't have to finish 4th. Mad.
Yeah, but they've got goal difference though on Villa, haven't they?
Yeah, and they've got a game in hand as well. Spurs got a game in hand against Chelsea. So yeah,
I'm on Chelsea.
We're gonna have a quick preview of this Bayern Munich game before we wrap this up. But Jez, how do you see it going, man? Obviously, we're gonna be absolutely shitting a brick tomorrow night. We're gonna see the lineup and see all the stars in their team, and we're looking at it thinking, "Oh shit, how do we do this?" But then we're gonna look at our team, and hopefully this manager picks the right lineup. I want to see Partey and Rice in midfield. Yeah, I know Jorginho is good in Europe and stuff like that, but for me, he's too slow. I think we need a bit more steel in there with Thomas Partey as well. And then obviously Declan Rice doing this thing. But we have to be clinical, but we also have to defend properly, which is something we've done in every game this year, pretty much.
True. It's going to be a big ask. It's going to be a tough game. We know, let's not kid ourselves. We are sensible. I've heard people talking to me that we're going to kill Bayern Munich. Get out of here. Get out of here. They're a decent side, right? They haven't done very well in their own league, but this is what they're going to come to win. And as long as we don't get slapped up 5-1 again, I don't want any of that nonsense again. Thank you very much. I think at home we could sneak it. I reckon we could sneak it at home. I think they will score. I'm going to predict it, Matty. I'm going to predict a 2-1. But the big ask is going to when we go back to their ground, the Allianz. That's going to be a big night out. And good luck to Arsenal going there because that is going to be a tough game. I envy all the fans that will be there tomorrow night, Kenny. And good luck to the Arsenal fans that go over to Germany. It could be a fantastic day out. But 2-1 I'm going tomorrow on that one, Lee. I think they will score. And I reckon it'll be Harry Kane, personally. but our defence has got to rock up. They've got to rock up. In fairness, let's put it right. We've got the best defence out there, possibly in Europe right now. I'd argue that comment. And I think if he doesn't mess about and he pops out there, White, Saliba, Gabriel, Tomiyasu, or Kivois, I prefer Tomiyasu. He's quick and he's bigger. I think we're going to need that. I reckon we'll win it 2-1.
Matty, afternoon, mate. Hope you're well.
Good morning. Good morning over here. Good afternoon to y'all.
Morning.
Good morning, my neighbor. How are you, mate?
Doing good, brother. Doing good, man. Doing good.
Yeah, before we come to Kenny, give us your little thoughts on the Bayern game, man. They've got a load of players back in training today. Yeah, they've got a little saying for us coming. Whether we can stop them or not remains to be seen. But what do you see? What do you see tomorrow, man?
I mean, I guess the only way you can sum this up is what team does he put out? Is he going to put out the strongest available team, or is he going to put out the team that he feels he wants to put out, which we got a dose of on Saturday? If he puts out the strongest team that we have, which is for me personally, is what we had coming into the beginning of the year against Sheffield. We was on our run. That's probably the team that we need to put out. I think we have a good chance of getting something tomorrow, and it's imperative that we win that leg tomorrow, because if we do not win this leg tomorrow, and for me, we have to win it. I mean, straight win it, pretty much put the tie away. Then going to Bayern is going to have an adverse effect on the rest of this season going forward, because we're going to expend a lot trying to get to the next leg. And then that's somewhere we're going to wind up being short leg somewhere. And I just don't want this to cost us, in the league. So I think tomorrow's match, I think we'll win. I don't think it's going to be easy at all. I think it's going to be maybe 2-1, 1-1, something along that line. We really need to get 3 or 4 goals, because they're coming. I've been telling people all week, they're coming to win this. This is all they got left. And you saw the lineup. You saw the lineup this morning when you sent that Ola dropped in the chat. You saw it. We all saw it. So you know that they're coming with their A game. So we've got to bring our A game tomorrow. And this is another test for Mikel Arteta to see if he has grown at all. Because if he comes out there with that lineup he put out there Saturday, no way, Jose.
Can't have passengers, man.
Yeah.
Nope.
No,
and we have to be cynical. And let's be real, Thomas Tuchel is a great cup manager. Very good cup manager. And it's his last chance to have a little bit of credit when he leaves there, because he's embarrassed them this season by allowing Leverkusen to win a title.
I mean, this is his opportunity. If he wants to try to win anything in Europe, I think this is probably going to be his best bet, because everybody that's in here next year is going to retool. They're going to retool, line up, and it's going to be tougher. It's going to be tougher, man. But he has to get something done, Lee. He has to win something this year. We're in two things. He's got to win one or the other, or if I'm sure all 4 of us would love for him to win both of them. That would be dream street. But he has to win something. He has to win something, Lee. Has to win it.
I totally agree, man. I totally agree. We're going to be sitting there shitting it tomorrow. But Kenny, you're going to be at the game. The atmosphere is going to be electric. These Champions League nights, man. You've done many of these over the years, Kenny. A seasoned veteran of Champions League night. Are you more confident going into this quarterfinal, than you have been going into a quarterfinal before? Because normally we get pounds.
I always believed that to get the Champions League, basically have the best teams in the world, and the best teams in Europe, the best team in the world. I never ever take anything for granted. I didn't take Porto for granted, because I knew full well that with their goal advantage, it was going to be really difficult for us to break them down. And it was. We scored, but we couldn't break them down. And they were actually, arguably, they had more control of the ball, and they used the ball a bit better. Bayern Munich would be a different kettle of fish. You know what I mean? You saw 3 seasons ago when Chelsea looked like a team that was going to sort of like sleepwalk its way into the top 4 after they got rid of Big Frank. They actually were out of the top 4 when they got rid of Big Frank. No one expected him to do anything. Tuchel was never going to win the league. His remit was just to actually get him to the Champions League places. He sleepwalked into that. But somehow he became a sort of master tactician in the cup competition, the FA Cup and Champions League. Got to 2 finals, won one of them. This now, he knows he's gone. And he knows he's going to get a big job anyway. But this is where he's at his best. He's got all these players back now. He knows Arsenal inside out because he's played against us in the Premiership. He knows the players inside out. This is where he's going to think, right, you know, the things they weren't able to do in the Bundesliga against Leverkusen and Dortmund, they're definitely going to try and execute against us. They're definitely going to, you know, make sure they control possession. Our midfield has to be solid, mate. Declan Rice really, really has to keep his, his eyes on Goretzka and watch Muller and Kane making those little interchanges from forwards to midfield. That's going to be really, really difficult because they are going to get the ball, try and get the ball really quickly to Sane and Musiala. You've got to be careful with Sane and Musiala. Quick feet, and they get touched, they go down. They go down. That's them in a nutshell. But from a defensive point of view, they will play the high line because they are going to try and press, take us by surprise by pressing us when we don't have the ball. But one thing, that's going to hurt them with the high line is that Dyer's got no pace. De Ligt's got no pace.
Yeah.
So if you do get a turnover, you've got to use your pace and half on the high line, which means, Saka's got to use his pace. Jesus has to use his pace, and I think
I wouldn't even start him. Martinelli's got to start this game for me.
Martinelli might be a temptation, but the thing is, we're looking the front three, which includes Kai Havertz, is looking good. Kai Havertz is actually playing well, and he deserves his place. Which means the only vacancy really is you've got three choices at the left-hand side: Trossard, Martinelli, or Jesus. Take your pick. If you want to go for a pace option and you want a guarantee that you are going to get at that high line, then it's Martinelli all day long. However, if they keep the ball and manage to press and they don't give the ball away, then from a discipline point of view, you want to play Trossard. But from the je ne sais quoi part of view, you might have to play Jesus again. It's a big ask because and that's where, that the theme of the conversation, improvements by when you're strong, that area is still going to be an issue. As much as Martinelli has had a goodish season, there was a question mark last season when we were trying to buy players to replace Martinelli, like Mudryk. This season, we've alternated between Trossard and Jesus, when Martinelli's now fully fit. I think in the summer, he's another one we've got to look at his position, whether we could get an upgrade on him, because it's not me saying it, it's the manager.
Yeah. And this is the thing, Kenny, right? And chat and panel there, like, real talk, people sit there and say we're negative and this and that. I've read some of my fan cam comments. I put a video out last night and people go, no, you can't give praise. Yeah, and it's like, mate, we ain't won nothing yet. Let's just all slow down a little bit. Yeah, we're playing great, but this could be all for nothing again. Yeah, it could be we were the nearly team again. We were laughing at Tottenham for doing that under Poch. Yeah, so we just need to slow down, see where it takes us. And if we cross the line, fair play. We've done it against 2 quality managers. And if we cross the line in the Champions League, oh my days. Yeah, then we've won our first ever Champions League against Ancelotti, against Pep. Yeah, Simeone, whoever it may be. It's not going to be
any of those coaches, Enrique as well, because he's at PSG again. Yeah. But with regards to what you think of PSG, the fact is that you've got Mbappe. Their side of the draw, they're going to be thinking, right, we've got a good chance here because all the 8 teams, I think, have got cases to win a trophy. You can write off Dortmund at your peril, but I saw something in Dortmund in the Klassiker where I thought, what, don't want to play them because they look pretty good. And what PSG can do? Atletico Madrid, one day their luck's going to change in terms of getting to the finals. He can
shithouse his way through a game as well. And I see this a lot. Saka versus Alphonso Davies. I've seen this so many times in the last week or two. Yeah. Oh, he's going to lock him off, bro. The guy's never in position. Alphonso Davies is always at left wing. Yeah, he's barely at left back. Yeah, and yeah, he's electric pace, bro. But he's a shit defender.
But that's why he may not play. That's why he hasn't been playing, because they have been playing Guerrero because of that situation. Because in the Champions League group stages, let's not forget, as shit as Man. Sorry, excuse my language, children. As bad as Man United are, they scored 3 in the Allianz Arena. They scored 3 goals in this arena. Let's not forget that.
It's all going to boil down to can this manager not, tinker? I think we got a snapshot into that this weekend, man. If he goes with what has worked, then we'll be fine. If we go there with the Porto mentality tomorrow, if we come out there tomorrow at home with Porto mentality, y'all can kiss this tie goodbye. We're gonna have to go for it, man. If we have to go down, no pun intended, but all guns blazing. We just have to go down all guns blazing, man, and see what we can do. Because if we don't have a go at it tomorrow, man, I'm telling you, going to Bayern, man, I'm telling you, we've all seen this before. And that tie is sandwiched between some important games. So we really need it. I mean, it behooves us to get our house in order tomorrow and get this out of the way.
Yeah, 100%.
I'm starting Trossard. My front three for this game tomorrow night: Trossard, Havertz, and Martinelli. Keep Saka on the bench. I think that's going to be a front three that will cause Bayern Munich problems. Our midfield at the moment are playing exceptionally well. I agree about maybe Jorginho off and Partey on because of his bit more physical presence, I think. So that's a possible one. But is Partey fully fit? Should be getting there now. So that's for me. And keep the back four. Keep that back four. Don't play with it, man. Just deal with it.
Tomiyasu's got to start, man. Yeah, Tomiyasu's got to start. As good as Kivior's been, like you said earlier, Tomiyasu's bigger and more physical. Yeah, Kivior's been good, but Tomiyasu's got to start left back. Yeah,
you think about Kiv. Nothing against Kivior. I like him. I think he's had a good season. But I look at Sane giving him a whole heap of trouble. Because I think Sane does. The way he'll run at him and run it in and run at him. I think in terms of like stubborn defending, I think your main man is going to be like Tomiyasu, because if Tomiyasu plays there against Sane, there's no need for Gabriel to come and give him an hand. With Zinchenko, he's got to give Zinchenko an hand, isn't he? If Zinchenko plays left back. And to a certain extent, he has to help out Kivior, because Kivior gets too tight sometimes on players. And sometimes when you get tight on really good players with quick feet, all you have to do is miss time, get the wrong sort of body shape, and spin you, boom, they're on the byline. And I thought that Porto were doing that quite a bit in both legs against Kivior.
Yeah, 100%. Listen, we are going to wrap this up, people. We are. Well, I'm going out. I'm going out for the day. Going to meet one of my pals. He's an Arsenal fan as well. Ain't seen him for ages. He lives literally half a mile around the corner. But there's no watch along tonight.
You work the world.
That's what it is. So yeah, it's a beautiful sunny day. It's lovely, 25 degrees, pure sunshine. So I'm going to go and enjoy the rest of the day. I'm going to go and see if the Barberia can shave this off for me, if he's got time. If not, then it looks like I'm going to Mercadonald's get some razors. But yeah, mate, it's so itchy, man. Honestly, it's annoying. This is the longest it's ever been in my life. I hate it.
Comb it. What you do is give it a comb. When you comb your hair, it stops you from itching. Trust me, give it a little comb.
Oh, it's annoying, man. It's so annoying. Yeah, and I've got loads of grey hairs coming through. Underneath my lip, all of that is great. Every single one. Then all down the sides and underneath are great. Can't
just go ahead. Hey, man, go ahead and get the Just for Men.
Yeah, if they want me to promote it, I'm available for the right fee. Big up to everyone who's locked in, man. Spam the chat with who's live that I like, and I'll redirect to him. Jez, always a pleasure, mate. Thanks for jumping on early as well. Appreciate it. What you got coming up, man? Pinned comment is Jez's channel, it's Matty's channel, and Kenny's Insta. But what you got coming up, man?
Well, I was going to do a match review tonight, but I can't. I haven't got time. I'll be watching the game tomorrow night, obviously, with everything crossed. And then weekly 6 o'clock chat on Wednesday night with Kenny. And I think somebody else is coming. Anthony might be coming on, and whoever. Anyway, I'll sort it out. And we'll be discussing the game, whether we're going to be buzzing and flying and jumping around the room on Wednesday night, or whether we're going to be a little bit depressed. We'll wait and see. But yeah, I can't wait for tomorrow night. I really can't. Kenny, have a great game tomorrow night. Hope it goes favourable for you being at that game. And good luck, man. Have a great night and have a nice afternoon, Lee.
Well, thanks for that, guys. Thanks for that, Jez. Yeah, I'm definitely with you on Wednesday. We're probably going to pick the bones out of the first leg of the Champions League quarter final. Not a lot. It's been probably 14 years since we've actually associated Arsenal with a first leg of the Champions League quarter final.
Yes,
we haven't done it for quite a while since we played Barca. So I'm looking forward to that. And obviously, I'll be at the match, so I'll be looking forward to it. You know, I just say to a lot of Arsenal fans, and I actually speak to their banks, be a bit understanding to our fans, because they're just going to be shelling out a whole heap of money on tickets, extra tickets they got to play for the Champions League home and away. Plus, I'm sure they'll be making a lot of voyages around the country, because who knows what could happen. I'm sure everyone wants to have that T-shirt. I was there, because you never know when we could be crowned champions if we carry on playing the way we are doing. A lot of fans are going to want to be involved, and I'm sure they've got a lot of making up to do their banks, because they're going to be spending a whole heap of money.
Facts. Yeah. Big up Johnny Minerals, man. Proper
in the chat. Yes.
Proper shells. This is not shells.
Brown envelopes, baby.
I love him, man. Make sure you sub to Minerals channel. I was watching his stream last night, man. He had me in tears with the fucking Alsatian on the thumbnail.
Johnny is comedy, boy.
Proper, man. Like, the amount of times this geezer makes me jump, makes he's all quiet, and then somebody rattled him as well.
We got them in 2 weeks' time, so who knows? We might extinguish any hope of them playing in Europe. Mind you, if they win the FA Cup, it's a big possibility.
Let's just have it right. They ain't winning nothing. It's
you
bad,
don't normally
though,
say that.
It's storming the pitch.
You don't normally say that back to us, do you? Not winning anything.
Mad, isn't it, mate? How to ruin a football club inside 2 years. Matty, appreciate you coming on, man. I know it's early where you are as well, man. Appreciate it. What you got coming up, man?
I was sitting in meetings, man, so I was trying to get over here. But we'll be back on. I'm working tomorrow. There's a slight possibility that I might be on tomorrow if I make it back in town in time. If not, I'll be listening to you and Ola on the way home. Jez, I'm actually off Wednesday this week if you want me to hop on with you on Wednesday. So I'm off Wednesday and Thursday. So we can.
Yeah, man. Yeah, you're always welcome, bro.
I'll keep you posted on that as well. I ain't got a clue what I'm doing Wednesday, but I know there's Champions League on. So
and then we got Villa on Saturday, man. I think it was Sunday. We got Villa on Sunday, so that's a massive. It's Saturday.
Saturday evening, yeah,
massive game.
No, it's Sunday at 4:30 British time.
Is it Sunday?
Yeah, Sunday at 4:30 British time. Yeah, and Emi Martinez is back in goal, so he's
it's Sunday, right?
Yeah,
British time. Yeah, so who knows? Is Unai Emery going to self-harm like he normally does in big games, or is he just going to say, you know what? I remember when Valencia played Arsenal 3 years ago, I just put 10 men behind the ball and said, Blake, break me down. He can do it because he did it against us 3 years ago, didn't he?
Yeah, he did, man. So yeah, big up to everyone locked in. We're going to redirect to Troops. He's going live with Hussam. He's going to be in tears. And he's live with Flawless as well.
Hussam might be in tears. Hussam's going to say, I told you so. That's what he'll say. I told you all.
Yeah, after giving it the big one about he's got the best team, the best manager, and all of that. Oh, but we're always the underdogs, guys. He's live with Carefree Lewis as well. So that's always banter. Yeah, because that club are dusted. But yeah, go and spam Troops' chat with Lee Raid. Big up to Jez, Kenny, Matty. Appreciate you all, man. Big up to the chat. Big up to Unique for the donation as well. I will have a video dropping on the second channel later tonight. I don't know what time, whenever I get back home. I'm going for some beers and some food. and enjoying the sunshine, man. It's actually nice not to have to do a watch along tonight. First time for as long as I can remember. There's been no football.
Yeah,
I was out here doing fucking Bolivia versus Andorra the other week.
You can get a watch at EastEnders then.
Nah. Get out of my pub. Yeah, big up to everyone logged in, man. And yeah, keep your eyes peeled on the Lee Reacts channel. We're out. Spam Troops is chat Lee Raid. Latest, people. Take care.